$4 million strategies. Today, we are talking with Paul Menig, CEO of Business Accelerants, on how to make innovation a competitive advantage. Paul, let us hear it.
So I've been in research at General Electric and at Eaton and Daimler Truck over time, and try to project out what's going to be the big thing 10 years from now, 15 years from now, 20 years from now. You need to know what's going on today in the startup world in order to be able to figure out where you need to be in the future. When you have an innovation conference, you have to get people out of their comfort zone. You have to get them to stress their minds in order to figure out what their biases are and get them to start thinking like a kid again. When they have that Lego set in front of them, there's no idea what they're going to do, but they'll come up with something. My wife has a whole bunch of paper towel tubes and tops of detergent bottles for our grandkids who are 7 and 4, because they will take those and they'll do something great. Taking an adult who's become staid in his ways and getting them to understand that they can be free as a kid again to imagine anything, having a safe space where no idea is immediately taken down. Just put it on a board, let it sit there, let people think about it. It's the idea that you have to add to an idea when you're in an innovation conference. You can't take away, you can't put it down. It's just, okay, this is going to be a spaceship. Oh, and it's going to go to the moon. And it's going to have people on the dark side of the moon, like China just launched a spaceship to do for the first time, kind of thing. So innovation, that's just in the product area, but you have to do it in manufacturing. You have to do it in your sales processes. You have to do it in your financial processes. There's no better place to do innovation than in the time from order to cash in order to make sure that you keep profits in your company.
I love it how you're talking about this. And so now this is the next step, Paul, and you've been involved in companies where things sometimes fail, right? They will fail, especially when it comes to innovation. How, after you have your first failure with the company and something that you thought was going to work is not going to work, how do you properly handle that? And how do you make sure that the group is still going to have the courage to try something new again?
So I actually refer to what happens in the military. After everything, positive or negative, they have an after action review. And there's no bars, nothing is held out. The highest level person to the lowest level person is involved, and there's no constraints as to what you can or can't say. The idea is to, from any failure, take away some level of learning of what you did wrong, what you did right, because even if you failed, you probably did something right along the way. You want to make sure that you have those learnings.
No, I love it what you talked about there, and having that learning after action, and then also the concept of, to actually, something that Google has actually done beforehand, is they actually celebrate them, right? Because it's a strange thing to do, right? But you want to actually create an environment where it's okay to fail. And like in some of their cases, they might have created a project that was 10x, but they were looking for 100x. And what they thought was brilliant was when they got to that point when they realized it's not worth investing anymore, that was good because they weren't going to waste any more money on moving forward with that project. Yeah. Paul, I think your insights were awesome today. Thank you so much for sharing about strategic and competitive innovation.
Take care.
Thank you.